You should get some of your own. Count that money, get your game up, get your game up, get your game up. You can't stop looking at me, staring at me, be what I be. You can't stop looking at me, so get up out my face. You can't stop looking at me, writing about me, tweeting about me. I can't stop, it's funny gonna be my swagger's in. Get on the floor, get on the floor. My swagger's in, get on the floor. Get on the floor. I got it in track. Swagger Jagger, Swagger Jagger. You should get some of your own. Count the money, get your game up. You're a hater, just let it go. Swagger Jagger, Swagger Jagger. You should get some of your own. Count the money, get your game up. Get your game up, get your game up. You can't stop shouting at me, calling at me, be what I be. You can't stop looking at me, so get up on my way. You can't stop YouTubing me, on repeat, running this beat. You can't stop, it's funny to me, I'm laughing all the way. Get on the floor, get on the floor, get on the floor, get on the floor. I got it in track. Swagger Jagger, Swagger Jagger. You should get some of your own. Count the money, get your game up. You're a hater, just let it go. Swagger Jagger, Swagger Jagger. You should get some of your own. Count the money, get your game up. Get your game up, get your game up. Hater, kiss, kiss, I'll see you later. Hater, it was very, very, very nice to meet ya. Get on the floor. Get on the floor. Get on the floor. I got it in. Get on the floor. Get on the floor. My swagger's in. Get on the floor. Get on the floor. I got it in. Check.
Hey, what's up you guys? Sonic1245 here. Welcome back to GSA Forever. I don't know how that sounded. I got a new speaker for Christmas. And, funny thing is, yeah, actually today is literally the 26th of Christmas. Well, the 26th of December. I've been slacking. I didn't mean to slack. It's just something came up, and you know, sometimes when stuff comes up in my life, YouTube is completely thrown out of the picture. YouTube is not a thing that is talked about. So if something comes up, YouTube is completely out of the question. There's no ifs, ands, or buts that I need to shoot a video for this day. Usually I like to shoot my videos all at once. But since my camera, I don't even remember, this camera's pretty old, but I don't know how many hours, because this thing actually runs on a battery that is timed, so my battery has a timer on it. So, and a lot of times when it gets really low, I just burn out the battery, I just keep it on, and I keep pressing it when it's going to go auto off, because I want the battery to be exhausted so I can charge it. And then the next day, it's supposed to charge for 5 hours, it doesn't do that anymore. So, yeah, today is the 26th of December. I'm doing chapter 33 of The Nerd, and literally, I have no stinking clue what even happened in the last chapter, because it's been so long. Let me know if you guys want me to use that speaker, or if you'd rather hear the one that skips the first, like, 3 seconds of the song. This one doesn't, which I'm glad. Oh, wow, my computer's gonna go dead. Okay. So, in the last chapter, I don't really completely exactly remember what happened, but as if my mind is not fucking with me, I believe that Niall and Liam have decided that they are going to apparently do it, that they are actually going to have sex again so they can have a baby, because sadly their son apparently did not make it because Niall's body wasn't performing, like, producing enough whatever to keep the baby alive. So, chapter 33. 3 weeks later, Niall's point of view. Liam and I are slowly getting back on the right track. Today was the last day of school, and I was graduate. I don't have to go through all the graduation stuff. They just gave me my diploma and called it a day. I'm not too sure why, but I'm not complaining. I'm surprised you didn't have to go through all the graduation crap, Liam said confusingly as we cleaned out our lockers. I shrugged, throwing away some papers. Yeah, same here. I'm just happy it's real. I joked as I waved the diploma around, and he laughed a little. Yeah, he sighed as he closed his now empty locker, turning to me as I closed mine. 3 more weeks. I reminded as I looked at the ground. He smiled at me, wrapping his arms around my waist. And then we can try again. He said quietly to me. I smiled slightly and nodding. Do you realize how long it's been? I miss you. I groaned quietly as he looked confused at first, but then his brows shot up and he smiled, laughing a bit into my neck. I'm gonna say it's been about 2 months, he said, making me whine. And that's too long, I said dramatically, turning in his grip to look at him. He gave me a sexy half smile, and I sighed, wrapping my arms around his neck, but we didn't care about the people in the hallways. Screw them. He leaned in slowly, and his eyes kept flickering at my lips. I laughed a little. What? He said as I pecked his lips. You're acting like this is our first kiss. I smiled. He smiled. Every kiss I share with you feels like our first, he murmured before crashing his lips onto mine. I smiled into it as he pushed me up against my locker gently. They moved in sync as I played with some of his hair on the back of his neck, his hands going down to my bum. He reached behind me, pushing them up without breaking the kiss, but he whined into it. Nonetheless, he kept moving his hands down, so I had to break it. That's a little to imitate. I rolled my eyes. He smirked at me. I couldn't help but smile back. Wow, that was a great show. Do you guys do that often? We heard and turned to see Zane. I laughed a little. Oh, we could do so much worse, I purred to Liam as Z made a face before putting his hands up. I don't need to know, but thanks for sharing, he laughed lightly. So, how are you two feeling? He asked, and I shrugged. Better, but I'll always miss him, he trailed off. Liam put a hand on my back, rubbing it lightly. Zane looked up at us sadly and nodded. But you're better, right? He said as I nodded. I don't cry every time I talk about him. I get a bit sad, but he was my little boy. What did you expect? I shrugged, picking up the bag that was on the floor and putting it over my shoulder. He nodded as Liam wrapped his arms around my waist. Anyways, what's it like being a grad? He asked. I shrugged. I feel the same. I go back to work tomorrow, which kind of sucks, but I'll be with Harry, so it won't be so bad. I remembered, and he nodded, and we started walking out of the school building. Liam and I walking this morning, so we just began to walk home. I'll see you later, guys. I gotta go meet Perry at her house. Bye, guys. Zane waved and walked to his car. We waved back and continued to walk. I really don't want to go back to work tomorrow, I sighed, and Liam smiled a bit. I know, babe, but you gotta. And you gotta find a job. And I gotta find a job. I don't think it's very nice to have my mom pay for the flat. He mumbled, me wincing a little about that. I could pay for the flat with my money I made from work, but when I had to leave for a bit, Liam's mom stepped in. We didn't want her to, but she insisted. And when she found out about losing baby Mason, she was just as upset as we were. Hey, we could go to the mall, see what stores are looking for help. I suggested and smiled. Yeah, we could do that today. Actually, we can get to the flat, we'll drop our bags off, and then we can go. So when we got to the flat, we did just that, and now we're at the mall. Hollister's looking for help. Try there. I asked, and he shrugged. He went in. He got an application and tried a few other stores. I may not have bought a new snapback, or a few. So, which store did you think you want to work at? I asked, thinking for a minute. I'm thinking Hollister. It was the first one we looked at, and it's just a clothing store. I'll work there. He shrugged. I smiled and went back to that store. Liam handed the guy who ran the piece of paper, and he said that he would get a call if he got the job, and then we left. Hey, Liam. Hey, Liam. I was thinking about getting contacts. I brought up as we walked past one of those stores that sell glass and stuff. Really? But you look so cute with glasses. He exclaimed, standing in front of me and stopping us from walking. He pushed me up against the glasses, and I sighed. Like I said, I was thinking about it. I just think it would be easier than having glasses that you have to push up every 5 minutes. It's getting annoyingly. I said, you know, maybe another time. Let's go home. I'm starving over here. He whined and grabbed my hand, pulling me towards the exit as I giggled. Horn! I had no idea you could lose that much weight that fast. What'd you do, starve yourself? We heard and I froze, as did Liam. We turned to see Ollie, but he wasn't alone this time. He had like 6 other people with him. I was close to tears and I started thinking about Mason being in my stomach, but I held them back and I glared the best that I could at him. My personal life is not your business, I growled, and he chuckled. I never said it was. It was just a question. What, are you anorexic? He asked as his little buddies laughed behind him. Actually, they weren't so little. Leave him alone, Ollie. Liam spat and clenched through clenched teeth. He glared at Liam, walking up towards him, poking him in the chest, making him stumble backwards a bit. Oh yeah? And who's gonna make me? The nerd? Or the boy who ditches the biggest game of the year out of fear? He snickered, and Liam made a sound, disgust, before grabbing my hand. You have no idea why I left. I'm not starting a scene in the middle of the mall. There are children here, he growled before pulling me away, as I basically jogged to keep up with the pace. Once we turned a corner, I stopped and tugged him towards me, so he bumped into me a bit. You know I love you, right? I asked, as we stood close to the wall, where not many people could see us. Of course I do. And I love you too. I'm just... I don't know, he sighed. I laughed a little. Sexually frustrated? Yeah, same here. I sighed and laughed a bit before wrapping my arms around his waist, pecking his lips. I just want to pin you to the bed, he growled lowly in my ear, sending shivers through my whole body. 3 more weeks, I stuttered out as I shuddered a bit. I know, and when 3 weeks is up, we'll be doing it more than once, he said, lowing once again. Liam, stop. You're going to make me hard. We're in the middle of the mall. That would be embarrassing. I said below a whisper as I put my face in his neck. He laughed a little before taking my hand and bringing me to the exit and to his car. If only time could go by faster. That's the end of this chapter. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys are enjoying this book because it's actually really fun. And so... yeah, let me know if you guys like the new speaker or if you want me to go back to the old one. Frankly, I like this one because, you know. But yeah, I will see you guys next time, and I will see you guys very soon. And until next time, guys, okay, just ask the GSA. Mwah.